coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bang, 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 boom. I appreciate the support. We out here. We really out here, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. We making an impact. They feel us. They feel us even if they don't tell us. They feel us, man, because we pushing that positive energy, man. You know, we a commodity. We a commodity, man. We pushing that positive energy, man. So big love to everybody who support the platform, everybody who rock with the movement, everybody that's in it to win it. You know, that's what's up, man. I appreciate all of y'all, each and every one of y'all. You know, we push this content out here every day, man. We trying to get it. Even today, which is my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But can't stop, won't stop. We got to even push this content out here. Even on these days, man, we got to get this out of the way. We got to get this first. It's part of the agenda. It's part of my lifestyle. It's part of my daily routine to get this positive energy out there, man, to let these youngins know, man, your life is precious, it's valuable, you know, it's irreplaceable, and we cannot take that for granted. You know, we out here in this free world, we got to treasure that, man, and we got to try to teach these youngins, man, that they can't keep taking these chances with their life, man. It only take one shot, you know, to take a big chunk out of your life that you'll never get back, man. So, you know, I support the people that support me, man, in this movement, man. We in it together. Big love to each and every one of y'all out there who support me, man, and support me on IG, who come in that morning mud every morning, man, and chop it up and laugh and have fun. Everybody who coming in at nighttime on Twitch and chop it up and laugh and have fun. Man, we out here and we trying to do something positive, and for that, man, I salute y'all, man. TBP Nation, we out here, 33 years of prison stories. With that being said, man, considering today is my birthday, you know, it just got me to thinking about, you know, all the birthdays I had, you know, incarcerated, man, you know. Won't really too much to celebrate, you know. It won't really too much to celebrate. It's just like Biggie say, man, in prison, man, it's like the Biggie line, man. Birthdays were the worst days because it make you feel all of, you know, the things that you missing, you know what I'm saying? All of the things that you missing. Of course, you know, you get letters, you get cards. You know, if your birthday fall on the weekend, you know, you might get a visit or whatnot. And, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, man. And then as soon as the visit is over, as soon as you finish reading the card, as soon as you know, go through all of those emotions, get your smiles and everything out the way, you know what I'm saying, you right back in a depression state, man, because it makes the reality come to you about where you are, what you're dealing with, what you got to go through, the conditions that you got to spend your birthday in. It's just crazy, man. It's just like a real, you know, it's a real depressing feeling. At least it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it always brought back to reality of what I was facing and what I was dealing with, man. So that was crazy to me. But man, you know, I had some birthdays, man, where some convicts that was around me, some dudes that I consider, you know, my comrades, you know, they showed me love, you know, on your birthday, man. A lot of dudes in there on their birthday, they meal up, you know, they make these meals, you know, they throw themselves their own parties, you know what I'm saying? I done seen all types of things, especially with these youngins coming in. They throw parties for each other, man. You know, they give each other, you know, little commissary, little gifts or whatever. You know, if they, you know, into the drug game, man, they, you know, they go, you know, buy some little weed for you. They blow weed with you. They hit up the wine, man. Make sure he put a batch down that's gonna come up, that's gonna coincide with your birthday. Had a little drink with you, you know, they get, you know what I'm saying? Some of them get a little rowdy, you know what I'm saying? But it happens in there, man. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, when the day is over, you know, you still spend another day, another birthday, you know, around people that's, you know, not who you choose to be around, but who you forced to be around. You know what I'm saying? Not in the place that you want to be, but in the place that you forced to be in. So, that reality never changes, man. It never changes until you get out. So for me to spend a birthday out here, in the free world, man, to be able to be with my kids, to be able to be, around my family, my mom, man, that's just a blessing to me. And especially, this is my fourth birthday out here, man. God bless, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully I'll see many more. But, each and every one of them is sentimental to me, man, because like I say, I spend way more birthdays in there than I have out here, which is crazy within itself, man. But, like I say, man, it's different feelings for different people on these days. But, man, I done seen some tragic things happen on people's birthday in prison. In prison, yes. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to you on your birthday in prison. There's no days off. There's no days off in prison, and don't nobody care. It's your birthday. Don't nobody care what you going through. Don't nobody give a poop. You know what I'm saying? Not one poop. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I done seen dudes get the rumbling on their birthday. I done seen dudes get locked up on their birthday. I mean, for various different reasons. If it ain't nothing but because they was on the phone arguing with somebody on the phone and, cussing and talking loud, and the CO said something to him, and they got in an argument, and the CO ended up locking him up on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Threatening bodily harm. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't did nothing but just use his mouthpiece. See what I'm saying? So, I done seen it all, man. In prison, man, when you been in there as long as I have, man, almost every case scenario that happens in real life, you're going to encounter in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because prison ain't nothing but just a microcosm of life. It's just like a small city, within the whole world. But it's there, and everything is still going on. But one of the worst situations I seen that could happen to a dude on his birthday was to see a dude get the Bethlehem put in him on his birthday. On his birthday. He got hit with the Bethlehem. He could have lost his life on the day that he was given life. Crazy, man. Yeah, but I can remember that. I can remember that, man, on Powhatan. I was on Powhatan, and on the Powhatan, they got the little day room, which is a small day room considering how big the block is. On Powhatan is bigger than most of these modern prisons, because Powhatan, like I say, is probably the oldest prison in Virginia, there being that they tore down the wall. So the day room is real small, man. They ain't, made no real modifications to that. But I can remember, man, little youngin' had his little birthday, man, and he was, trying to celebrate with his little dudes, and, they milling up, they cooking little meals, they blowing a little weed, they got a little drink, so they feeling themselves, and they got all this food, and they, trying to heat all this stuff up, and, get ready for the game. It's game day, football day, and everything, and they doing all of this and all of that, but they clogging up the microwave. And they making mad noise up in the room. You know what I'm saying? Mad noise up in this little day room. And dudes is trying to watch TV. Dudes is all into the TV. So they ain't tripping off of that. You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday, so what? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Pipe that noise down. That's how dudes be feeling. So I can remember they was super duper loud, because I was in there for a minute. They was super duper loud. But like I say, when I'm in prison, man, I learned, to mind my business, and I don't really let things get to me. If something bothers me enough, I try to remove myself from the equation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, put myself in the equation, because that's always going to turn out bad. But I remember they was making all this noise. They laughing, they joking, some of them a little tipsy. And old boy was like, man, hey, man, y'all see dudes watching TV, man. You know what I'm saying? And usually, sometime, man, most of the time, that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? When you got somebody feeling themselves and you got somebody speaking up on it, it's always going to be the testosterone to make a dude be like, man, what you, mind your business, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, truth be told, you can't say one right, one wrong. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they want to do. You should be minding your business. Also, they should be respecting you, and they disrespecting you because you trying to watch TV, and they, you know what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. But like I say, it's always going to end up, in the testosterone. Don't nobody want to back down. Don't nobody want to look weak. Don't nobody want to look like somebody handling them or telling them what to do. When in actuality, the police telling all us what to do every day, and ain't nobody bucking on them. Ain't nobody trying to put the Bethlehem in them. Ain't nobody trying to rumble them. But that's just our misdirection. That's how it be programmed in us in prison. Hurt each other, disrespect each other. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt them, respect them. You know what I'm saying? It's a form of brainwashing that if you ain't hip to it, then you ain't gonna see it and you ain't gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even understand it for a long period of time until I woke up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes ain't woke, and that's how they operate and that's how they move. They usually, you know, inflict their pain, their violence, and their viciousness upon somebody that's in the same position they in. But it's usually intended for the enemy, the real enemy. You know what I'm saying? Your oppressor. But they don't usually be the ones who get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it usually shake out. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So dude was like, man, hey man, we over here, man. We mind our business, man. Mind your business. He was like, man, I'm saying, you know, and he was humble with it at first. So then one of the other ones always to chime in him. You know what I'm saying? I always want to chime in. Some man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? So dude, I could see, I read body language, I could see he was irritated with the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So then they start whispering amongst themselves and they laughing and joking, but they talking in a tone that everybody can hear them. You know what I'm saying? You can hear what you saying. So dudes over there like, man, yo, running his mouth, man, you better sit his old self down, man, for somebody to do something to him. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, man, he don't want, man, F him, man. You know what I'm saying? But the dude can hear you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody in the little day room can hear you. So he over there, he getting fidgety, and you see dudes getting fidgety and stuff like that, man. It's like that's the irritation that's coming out of him. So you don't know how he gonna express that. You don't know how he coming off, you know what I'm saying, how he taking that, because you talking about him and you disrespecting him right there in front of everybody. And like I say, in the penitentiary, man, disrespect, man, is a no-no. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that and not expect repercussions. You see what I'm saying? So dude was sitting over there, man. They steady talking, man. They still hogging up the microwave. They letting up do. All right, man, go ahead, man. How long you need? I don't need but 2 minutes. All right, go ahead, man. And they stirring up this, mixing that, like they really making up some gourmet stuff. But they still making a whole lot of noise, right? So dude, they had said something to him. He get up, right, and just walk out the day room. You know what I'm saying? They looking at him or whatever, he going about his business. So when he leave out, they laughing and joking too because they think everything a game. They youngest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you better get on up out here, man. With that fool try to tell somebody what to do, man. Go ahead on, man. Sit down somewhere, man. Do your time, man. All of that, you know what I'm saying? It's all ha, he now. You know what I'm saying? They feeling the little alcohol. They feeling the little weed. You know, it's going to be a good day for them because it's their homeboy birthday. You know what I'm saying? They milling up this. You know, they making little pastries and cakes and, you know, apple pies. And they thinking they going to go sit down and eat with the munchies and blow weed and just enjoy their day, even though they're in the penitentiary. To them, that's a good day. You understand? Man, old head was gone probably about 10 minutes. He come back, walked straight up in there. Didn't seem like nothing was different about him. Didn't seem like he done, you know, did nothing. You know me, I analyze, I look at his whole body, you know what I'm saying? Everything he had on is the same, woo, woo, woo. He one of them old heads, so he always got his boots laced up, you know what I'm saying? But normally when you see dudes that got their boots laced up, they ready to, you know what I'm saying, they ready to put some work in, something get ready to be happening. But you'll have certain type of old heads, their boots always laced up. You know what I'm saying? Boots laced up, man, is a sign in the penitentiary that danger is near. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. When you see a joker that's in penitentiary and he always got, even if he always wear state boots and they ain't never, you know, usually they ain't laced up. Dudes be walking around, clack up, boots all loose, you know what I'm saying? But they got their boots on because some of them can't afford shoes, tennis shoes, you know what I'm saying? They got their boots on all the time. Some of them wear boots 24/7. And when you see that dude that usually like that with his boots loose or his boots untied, boom, that's normal. If you see that dude with them boots laced up and he got his clothes on nice and tight, yeah, he might be getting ready to put some work in, or either he got some issues with somebody that he might pull up on where some work might occur. So he ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? When you see dudes arguing or whatever, and then they let it go, and you see them a little later on, they got their boots laced up. Because they prepare for whatever might come. Might be the sneak attack, might be the, you know, flam. Dude might try to rock you to sleep, whatever it is. Them boosts is some telltale signs. So when I usually look at dudes, I already know who you are and I already categorize you in my mind. And when I know your characteristics. So if I see you and I see you had an altercation, a verbal dispute with somebody, and I see you again and your junk laced up and you moving funny, I already know what the business is. But see, these young dudes, they don't know what the business is. And he ain't got no reading signs on him because his boots are always laced up. You see what I'm saying? But he come back in that joint, go right back over to his same old spot, you know what I'm saying, sit down, you know what I'm saying, watching the game, watching TV, grabbing him a little cup of coffee, he's sipping his coffee. They still over there kikiing and ha-ha, right? And they even actually getting louder. You know what I'm saying? They getting louder with the noise, like it ain't nothing, like he ain't said nothing. So boom, after about 5, 6, 7 minutes go by, he watching the game, the TV right here, the microwave behind us. So he watching everything, then he hit one of these numbers. Spin around and set where he facing them there. So he ain't even watching the TV. I don't know if he expressing his, you know, discomfort or whatever. But he started watching them, and he watching them like this. So as they over there giggling and ha-ha and he hearing, you know what I'm saying, I guess one of them noticed him, turned around and facing them, and he had the audacity to say something. He like, man, look at him. I mean, what's up? What's up, old head? What's up? What's up? We still too loud? Like it's funny. And it's always funny. Till it's not. Yeah, till it ain't funny no more. You know what I'm saying? Because old head just sitting right there, and then old head hit on one of these. You know, and then I can only imagine what he thinking in his mind, like, man, young blood, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? So then the rest of them, they looking over there, then they kikiing and ha-ha and everything, and they started doing what they do. Man, it probably maybe a couple of more minutes passed by, and old head stood up and hit one of these Jones. If you know, like Captain Morgan, where you standing up and you put one leg up on the bench, and you got your elbow down like Captain Morgan, right? So they steady got their eye on him though. And then, you know what I'm saying, the dude, this the birthday dude, he turn around too, right? He looking at him too, because I guess they whispering, and he say something to the old head. He walk over to the old head. He tell him, so, man, what's up, man? What's all that you doing, man? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You said what you said, man, but we ain't bothering nobody. We mind our business. And old head put that foot down and turned around and looked them straight in the face. He said, man, get your young ass away from me, man. Y'all some disrespectful little young. And before he could get the words out, Youngin popped him in the mouth. Pop! Big mistake. Big mistake. You know what I'm saying? Cause old head stumbled back and pulled that joint out and pop! Popped him. Popped him right up in the collar. You know what I'm saying? Popped him with the Bethlehem. The birthday boy. And he and pulled back, you know, and then old head down on him. And they scrambling around in the day room like they trying to help him, but they scared really to run up on the joint too. So he backing up, scrambling, because he know he done felt that sharp piercing go through his body. That's a whole different ball game there. That reality done popped up and you done got sober real fast. You know what I'm saying? So now they coming, you know, and he turning at them. He run up on another one, pop, pop, hit him. He stumbled and fall back. He done hit him twice. Now another dude come up behind him, boom, hit him in the back of his head, but he hitting him with a fist, and they don't even really know how to punch, so he's like, boom. So he stumbled up a little bit, he turned around on, man, it's chaos up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? It's chaos up in this joint. So I'm over by the corner anyway, so I'm decent because I'm wearing ass too. I can see everything and can't nothing get behind me. You know what I'm saying? Other dudes in there watching the TV or whatever, they start scrambling, they moving around. So now it's so much noise because you got the skeek skirt. You know what I'm saying? Anybody been in penitentiary know what I mean? That skik, 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 skik. That's them feet moving around in there trying to get traction. You know what I'm saying? This is why everybody be having on boots. Everybody be laced up with their tennis shoes, because you need traction in there. If you know what I'm saying, if you in war, you getting busy, you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, put them 10 toes in the concrete. So they in there, they scrambling around now. Like I said, it's about 4 or 5 of them all together, and it's just one old head, but the old head is putting that work in. You know what I'm saying? He on his pivot, he turning around, he cocking that joint in case somebody trying to run up on him, and they trying to get to him. The main birthday dude, he hollering and screaming. He trying to get up out there. He trying to hit the button for the because you got to hit the button for the person in the booth to open the door for you to get in and out the day. He hit the button trying to get up out that joint. You know what I'm saying? So it's just pure chaos in there, man. Dudes start picking up food and throwing the trays, and I mean this joint was mayhem in a small combined area. That's why I be telling y'all, when You in a situation like that, you don't know what's gonna happen because dudes slinging them Bethlehems, they don't know who with who. Sometimes dudes just get out of their mind, whereas they might know you not with somebody, but you in the melee and they get caught up in the moment and they swinging at everybody. They might swing at you. And you ain't got nothing to do with the situation. That's why you always got to be on point. You got to be ready, man, when something break out, even if you ain't got nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying? So, man, they scrambling up in this joint, but by now the lady in the booth, she done seen the joint. She done called the people. It don't take long for Power Tan to get up in that joint because where we was, anyway, we right beside the sergeant's office and all that stuff anyway. So they coming in there, boom, 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 boom. They rushing up in there. Now, they got them nightsticks. They got them hard little billy clubs. You know what I'm saying? They got that mace. They coming up in there. So dudes is getting ready. They covering up they jump because they know these people getting ready to mace and stuff. And man, they scrambling. And dudes is starting to submit. But you know, old head he ain't budging. He stand on his pivot. He gonna make sure he don't get hit. And that's the thing about it. They all got caught late because they all in there, you know, antagonizing and running their mouth. They intoxicated. They high. But ain't there one of them got the Bethlehem with them. Ain't now one of them got the Bethlehem with them. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, if they don't get him on the ground or they gonna catch him from the blind side, he can slay all of them because he got that thing in his hand. And he had it old school. Yeah, old school. He got the joint. He got the joint like this. He got the old school joint, right? This came in handy too to show y'all a prime example. This the old school joint. He got the old school joint. He got the Bethlehem on the string where you put it through the joint like this, and you got that joint like this, so can't nobody pull it out your hand. You know what I'm saying? If they get you down, they can't pry it out your hand because you got it, you know what I'm saying? You got that string laced on it real tight. So he got that joint. So the joint ain't going nowhere. He working. You know what I'm saying? He working. Yeah, he work. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. You know, he working. You know what I'm saying? And Bethlehem on the string, baby. The Bethlehem on the string, baby. I'm telling you, you know, he old school. And he already knew what he was going to do. He felt disrespected. He felt like they was, you know what I'm saying, ignoring him. Then he felt like they was antagonizing him with the little questions, the little geeky, ha, 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 and little looking at him. He felt that. And I guess he felt like he going to make a stand. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether he came in there with the intentions on just straight putting in work, or he came in there to see how far they was going to go, and then they turned around and they fed into that. They fed into that, and they ended up getting what they got. You know what I'm saying? They ended up getting what they got. You know, when they finally got old head down, they got them on up out there, got the Bethlehem up off of them, get all of them, round them all up out there. You already know where we going. We going to set, go to your set, go to your set, lock up, lock up, lock up. You know what I'm saying? So, we missed a whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? We missed the football. If you ain't got no TV in your cell, you ain't getting there. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine how young it felt. Just imagine how young it felt, man. He done got that Bethlehem. He got to go to the hospital on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? So if he didn't know penitentiary was real, he knew it that day on his birthday. He learned a valuable lesson that he could have lost his life because getting hit right here is only this far away from right here. He could have lost the eye. He could have got hit in his face. He could have got hit right in his throat. You know what I'm saying? He could have came down a little bit and got hit right in his heart. You know what I'm saying? Which who knows if that's what old head was aiming for. He could have got hit in his heart, man, and been dead on arrival. The day he came in on this earth could have been the same day he left this earth. You understand? Messing with the penitentiary, taking it for a game, not understanding the rules and regulations of the penitentiary, man. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to, you know, safeguard your mouth. Not knowing when to talk and when not to talk. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to respect, you know what I'm saying, your area. Respect the other people around that. You don't own that and other people is trying to, you know, coexist with you. And it's rules to this stuff, man. It's rules to this stuff. And these youngins be coming in there 18, 19, 20, 20. And I think he won't turn a number like 21 or 22. You know what I'm saying? And he almost would have missed the next number, 23. You dig? So, all because, you know what I'm saying? All because, man. And like I said, it can happen to you any day in prison, man. Ain't no off days. It can happen to you on your birthday. It can happen to you on your release day. It can happen to you on the first day you come in prison. And any day in between. Because it's prison, man, and it ain't no rules, and it ain't no time limit, and it ain't no structure where this is how it's going to go. Nah, you could just put yourself in the best position to make things the outcome what you wanted to be by knowing the rules, knowing how to move, knowing how to conduct yourself, knowing what to say, what not to say, who to say it to and who not to say it to. All these things you gonna have to learn on your own, because ain't nobody gonna give you no playbook. Ain't nobody gonna give you your playbook. You see what I'm saying? And he in there, he ain't never in his life probably thought he'd have a birthday like that, where you on your way to the hospital because somebody done put that Bethlehem in you, possibly trying to take your life. Because you want to meal up and get high and drink and be loud and belligerent and disrespect the other people that ain't their birthday and trying to mind their business and doing time. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it went down. That's how it went down for him. You know what I'm saying? And it almost cost him everything. And I ain't never see him no more. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I heard the hit was bad, but I ain't never see him no more. So I don't know. But I can promise you this. I bet he had some get right with him. That Bethlehem would make you get some get right. I bet he had some get right with him. I bet he ain't had another birthday party in prison no more. A birthday party in prison. Man, that's an oxymoron within itself, man. What type of party you having, man? It's your birthday. You celebrating that you know what I'm saying, that you locked up, that you confined. You know what I'm saying, that you in captivity on this day that you supposed to be celebrating, man. It ain't, yeah, it was different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I was appreciative that I had another, you know what I'm saying, opportunity on this earth, man, for another year. But yeah, it was always melancholy to me, man. It always made me feel depressed at the end of the day, man, because I acknowledged where I was and what I was going through, what I was missing, who I was missing. So it always kind of like brought my mood more so down than it did up. But you know, like I say, different strokes for different folks. That's how it was for me. But yeah, I remember that, man. I remember Young and Almost, you know, and even in my bed at this time, them still reality checks for me. It's still reality checks for me, because when I seen that, it was like, man, boom. It don't matter what day it is. It don't matter what hour. It don't matter none of that. You always got to be ready, and you can't get relaxed, and you can't get to the point, man, where you think this is not prison. Because guess what? It's always prison. You know what I'm saying? It's always prison. Because you got some weed, because you got some liquor, because you get on the phone, because you can go to a visit, because you, whatever the case may be, it's always prison, man. You in prison. You know what I'm saying? And these rules apply. And these rules don't take breaks, man. And dudes don't take breaks. Don't nobody let you stop and catch your breath, man, and say, man, I've been down, man, for so long, going through so much, man. I just need to rest and get my mind together. Man, don't nobody care nothing about that, man. I don't care nothing about that, man. They don't care nothing about that, man. You could be thinking and in that type of mode and bump into somebody, and they turn around and you got a whole situation. You got a whole situation, and all the stuff you going through, and you trying to be by yourself, just not paying attention, and you bumping into somebody, and then you got a whole situation. A whole situation, man. So yeah, man, please understand that, man. Prison is not no joke, man. It is for real, man. And real things happen in there, man. And people lose their life in there. People lose limbs, man. People, you know, get injuries, man, that they'll never recover from. You know, and more importantly, man, people lose their mind in there, man. They can't even never function no more. They go in one way and come out a way that they never even thought possible. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes who went in there and their own family wouldn't even recognize them no more, because that's how much of the transformation that then took place with them. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that emphatically because I didn't even know these type of people on the street, but I knew them in penitentiary and seen them years later, and I couldn't recognize them. So I know their family wouldn't be able to recognize them. You know what I'm saying? And that's mental. That's all mental. What then took effect with the mental. You know what I'm saying? Just transformation of a whole new person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is super real, man. But the bottom line is, man, you can get it on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? In prison, you can get it on your birthday. Yeah. And man, dudes, some dudes in there so sick, they might make a move on your birthday and been beefing with you for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks. But they might just want to hold it and do it to you on your birthday so it can be special. So it can be something they can talk about. So people can be doing what I'm doing right now, talking about somebody got hit on their birthday. They want it to be last, and they want people to know about it. You know what I'm saying? And they want their name associated with it. Because in the penitentiary, what we know, news travel like what? Emails, texts. It's just out there fast. So when dudes know that you crazy enough to do something like that or you move like that, then it's just going to keep more drama away from you. Or you're going to have to deal with less drama because people already know what they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's a crazy dude, man. Stabbed a dude on his birthday on Power Tank. Yeah, you heard that. That's going to make you think twice about messing with this joke. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make you think twice. You know what I'm saying? And it works for the administration, too. You know what I'm saying? It works for them too when they see how you moving and how you coming and what you doing. And they looking in your jacket and they was there and they say, oh yeah, that's Joe crazy, man. We had to run in there and get the knife from. Yeah, that it all works. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it works against you as well because you still gonna have to pay that price. You still gonna have to take that ride to that hole and wherever else they ship you to. You still gonna have to stay up in there till they let you out. All those stuff still apply too. That don't exempt you from none of that. You still got to deal with all of that. You understand? So, double-edged sword all the way, man. It's cutting all the way around the board, man, in the penitentiary, man. But we ain't gonna never find out is we TBP because that's why we talk this talk, man. Because y'all gonna listen and y'all ain't gonna never want no parts of the penitentiary. And you gonna not want no parts of the penitentiary so much that you gonna share these videos and make sure everybody that you know don't want no parts of the penitentiary. You understand? Because that's what we doing, man. We trying to stop them. Trying to stop them from getting in there, man. But anyway, man, on this birthday day, man, I wanted to tell y'all that, man, you ain't safe in the penitentiary, man, even on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is my young brother ain't losing his life on the day that he was given life. You know what I'm saying? And that couldn't be nobody but God. But God. Because I don't think old head had any intentions on leaving nothing on the table. He was out to get it. You understand me? So anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back as always. Big love, TBP Nation. We out here, we pushing P. Big love to everybody who sent me birthday wishes, sent me cards, sent me money, just was here to support this platform. I love all of y'all, man, emphatically, man. We out here, we ain't gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man, and boom, duck them hooks, man.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality. You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.